Hello, welcome back to 3D Drawing for Your Model Railway. In today's episode, I'm going to look to start doing the detailing parts about the cradle that holds the shaky deck. Got plenty of photos that show various different parts. We've got this main bulk here, springs, and then the cradle itself. So we're looking to just add all these details really onto the chassis. They're not going to be separate items, they'll just be on the top here and then obviously mirrored across as and when we need them. So I'm going to start with this part here. It seems to cradle all the way across like a U shape going across the top here, with the centre obviously mirroring across. Drawing at the angle part is going to be quite difficult, so I'm not going to draw the angles. I'm going to draw like a rectangle that comes over the top, and then we'll sculpt off of that. And looking at the canvas, we can see the parts in here. So I'm going to start off by creating an offset plane. I'm going to do it from the top half of the chassis there, and I think let's turn some of this stuff so you can see that one. Do a CAD roof. I'm going to make sure, actually cancel that. We're going to make sure that we've got the chassis selected because we're drawing on the chassis. Create that offset plane from that base. Make sure this one disappears again. Okay, so we can see our position with our offset plane. Edit that feature and then bring that just in maybe 0.5 millimeter, I think. Maybe a little bit more. I'm going to go for 3/4 millimeters, 0.75. Okay, I'm going to create a sketch on that offset plane. Again, obviously make sure your chassis is turned on. So looking at the shape here, we've got a vertical piece, diagonal down, and diagonal down again. So I'm going to project on the end of the shaker deck. The chassis is already on there, so we don't need to do that. And I'm going to draw a, it's not going to snap the line, we will need to project that top line there, and probably that diagonal line there. Okay, so drawing a line, I want it in line with these, so I'm going to come to the top point there, and come down the chassis there. And let's have a look, so diagonal down. So I don't think we're following this shape here. I think it's going to be diagonal down like this. Probably too far actually. Probably onto that point there. Let's undo that. Drag that back in slightly. Again, I don't think it's great looking at the plan here. It doesn't look like it matches up particularly well. Let's go to that point there, and then it's definitely diagonal down. It's not vertical like it's on the plan. That's definitely a diagonal line there. Focus on the other ones. So we're going to come down diagonally to, so it's got that point, and then it does snap onto that line there. I'm going to constrain that to that. It won't, it's fine, it doesn't matter ultimately. Okay, let's define the angle in there. So go 59, that easier. Distance 3.59. Angle of that in there. That's 135. the distance, we'll go for 3.19. Angle on the inside here, with that outside there, so the angle on the outside, 127. Okay, so that's all defined there. What we're going to do is extrude this shape across the inside of the chassis, that part of the chassis there. And we'll tell it to join as well. Okay, let's turn the canvas off. So now I'm going to put the angle onto it. So we've got it vertical there. If we turn off the shaker and the CAD, we can then create a sketch on this inside surface. We've got to generate a line. It's going to go from the bottom corner to the top. Now we need to work out roughly what our angle is going to be. Looking at the picture, we're going a good chunk in, probably not far off of where the spoil deck comes down here, so we could use that. So that's that one. So that's probably not far off actually. Yeah, I'm going to go with that angle. I'm going to define that. Let's go define angle at the top here then. That line to that line. Thank you. So let's just round that up to make it nice and easy. We'll go for 69 degrees. And extrude that off. Okay, so next thing we need to think about is the conveyor needs to go through it. So the inside profile comes, looks like it goes vertically inside, diagonal and horizontal across. So let's decide I want to draw one, probably this side actually. So we create a sketch on that inside there. In fact, no, I don't. Let's cancel that. I want a profile from the other side. So just drag this back through, so 8.5mm back through, and create a sketch on that. And I can see where it intersects with the conveyor belt coming down. Let's draw a line. Let's project on all of these surfaces. So that one, that side profile, that top profile. Might as well pick up those ones while at it. So let's draw a line that comes across here. So it's going to come horizontally across. Let's define that line as being, how close should it be? Probably in line, so 4.5mm. On that point, make sure we get the right one. Come down diagonally. parallel that to the outside profile, and then I'm going to come from that point to the base. That's 90 degrees, that's good. So let's define that. That's already defined. So define distance. So we want that line, the edge, we'll define that as 2.57. That should drag that across. Yep, that's good. So because that's parallel to this, that will have dragged. And well, that's fine. Check that angle in there, 90. Yep, it's 90. Okay, so I then want this face profile here. So let's draw from there to there. And I want a level line from there to there. Okay, now I've got to select all these profiles that we've made. And then extrude them all the way through. Cancel that because we don't want to affect this body with the shaker deck, so we'll try that again. And that was when we extruded that then, because I had the extruded shaker deck still selected, it was deleting those parts as well. So just going to extrude them through to there, turn that off, and that should go back on, and that should all fit through there okay. Yep. Okay, so the next thing we're going to add on is the two handrails. So again, we're going to be using a offset plane on the face here. And the handrails are just inside for one of them, so probably a little too far to go, maybe 0.75. Drawing a sketch on that plane, spin that around to the other side. Going to project on that edge, and then we'll draw a line. Think about the height. So it's nearly at the bottom. So that far down. Let's come out by 0.6. They're sort of level with that inside edge here. It's probably a bit low on this one. A bit higher, so like that. Define the length of this 4.8 millimeters. And we'll define the height from there to the bottom. Rotate the 0.75. Fill it off the two corners. I'll say maybe 0.4 on the radius. That's it. And we'll pipe that shape. Yeah, 1 millimeter is probably way too big. 0.5. That's going to need to come down. 4.5. And then we'll rectangular pattern that pipe. So that's space, make sure it's on features. That pipe in a horizontal direction. two of them. I'm doing it 1.7. You can see it's just missing that top there. That's fine with me. This bit at the bottom here is just plated and looks hollow inside, so we can try and add that detail in. What we'll do is we shall use the offset plane that we had a second ago. So plane 6, will that work? Or could we just, we shell, see where it shells down to. So let's put maybe 0.5 millimeters. Turn tangent chain off. Let's try that again. So shell, tangent chain off. It's not doing what we want. Okay, so we'll have to draw on plane 6, slice through, and we're going to project on this area surface here. And I want to offset and chain off that side, and let's say 0.4 thickness. And then we'll do the same on that side, 0.4. And we're just join these up. So this needs to be staying constrained parallel with that. Close that off at the top, and I'm going to close the bottom off. So we've got that inside profile, and I'm going to extrude that back into that inside surface there. It's going a little bit further. Snap to that point there. There we go, that's what we're after. That's a cut, so it's extruding all that lot off. Okay, so now we've got this gap underneath here, which clearly shouldn't be a gap under that bit. So what I think I'm going to do is extrude. I'm going to draw a sketch on that bottom surface, projecting on these lines. I can select those profiles and extrude that down. Shouldn't clash with anything at the side there. I'm going to extrude into the bottom here, and that's going to create that extra bit of strength in that inside part of the chassis there as well, but also fill in that hole. Again, it's not a detail that I think people will notice. Okay, so looking on this video, we've also got a hollow on the top surface here where the pipes and stuff go down. So again, with infusion, what we can do is turn off the shaker deck conveyor, and I'm going to draw a hollow on the bottom surface here. Just creating a sketch on that bottom surface. We'll just bring up a square roughly sort of in the middle here. Something like that size wise. Let's go for 2.9, 2.35 wide, it's got a top lip, so we can create a sketch on that top surface. Offset, you can change tangent. No, we don't want that actually. I'm going to do that edge, and that edge. I'm going to do a minus 0.2. Too big. Let's go 1.5. Brings it back into here. That's it. Now, I know that looking at this picture, that bends round, but there's not a lot of room on this bend. So I'm just going to keep on the top edge here. Extrude that up, so 0.2. I'm not going to bend down onto here for this hollow. A little bit of support there. And you can't go too far because of the shape of it coming down. There's not a lot of room under here. So we'll just have that hollow there with the lip round it. Okay, there seems to be like a supporting hoop that comes over the top here. So let's look at how to do that. We can go draw an offset plane from that base there. And I'm going to come 0.5 millimeters up, draw on that base, slice through so you can see what we're looking at. Okay, so looking at the shape of this, that comes up, over, and down. Well, there's that. I've got diagonal panel on it. So what I'm going to draw is project that line, There's a snap in here, and come up, and then over, going to vertically constrain that to that edge, define that angle, let's go 110, and we're going to offset those two by minus 0.5, and we'll just close this gap down, make sure that it stays parallel to that one. Okay, so it's not going to, so what we'll do is we'll do that and that parallel. Thank you. And we'll draw a vertical line off of this, closes that gap up. Okay, we can extrude this upwards now. I'm going to go say 1 millimeter. And then looking at the photo, it is maybe angled a little bit. So I'm just going to spin this around to the inside profile, draw on that inside face. I'm going to put a little angle on that, project on that line first of all, and that line. And we can draw a line from that intersecting point, coming up diagonally to the top surface there. We'll define that inner angle as 80 degrees. So select the two profiles there, and then extrude that all the way back through, cutting that off to generate the angle. Okay, so that's taken us about 20 minutes, 25 minutes or so to draw that on. So I think I'm going to end this episode here, and we'll come back and draw some more on the next episode with the rest of the cradle here. So thanks for watching, hope you've enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe the video.